If you use coding agents, you've been hearing a lot about context management, and you've probably noticed how tedious and imprecise it can be. And that's because really it feels like more of an art than a science these days. We're kind of just sharing around markdown documents. We're not really checking to see if they improve our agent's behavior or not. It's very vibes-based, and that's okay because the ecosystem is moving really quickly. But I think it's time that we start treating this context as a first-class primitive in our software and in our processes. And that's really where Tessl comes in. So Tessl allows you to version context, to share context, and to evaluate it to see if it's actually improving agent behavior. So let's talk about how we eval your context. We do 3 types of evals in the product today: task evals, skill review, and repo evals. Task evals are about evaluating agent behavior with and without your context. So we develop scenarios based on your context and then see how the agent behaves with and without it. This is really not about the content of your context, it's about how it affects agent behavior. Skill review, it's a little cheeky to call this an eval. I think of this more as skill linting. So we've encoded a bunch of skill writing best practices from Anthropic and other sources, and we're just evaluating the actual content of your skill for how well it's written and how well it conforms to those best practices. So for repo evals, we are generating realistic scenarios based on recent commit history, and we're seeing how your agent fares in that environment with and without your context and scoring the results. Of course, you know, if you've run any type of eval before, that there's variance to deal with. LLMs and agent behavior are non-deterministic. So we've done a lot of the work for you around normalizing those scores, excluding crazy outliers. Really, we've done a lot of the thinking around how to make this as easy as possible. Evals are important because otherwise context is just markdown. You can get started for free at tessl.io/registry.